Hello gamers, today we will be reviewing every MP5 in Phantom Forces. This will just consist of PDWs that have MP and then 5, or sometimes they don't have MP5, such as the MP10. It doesn't have MP5, but that still counts. There are a lot of like H&K guns that are kind of like MP5s but bigger, such as the MC51 SD. That's not going to be in this video because I already did a video in which I did the MC51 SD as one of the guns. But anyways, let's get into it with the first gun, the MP5. And this is with the 10mm conversion. Fun fact, this was the first live recorded video that I ever did, was the MP5K/10, whatever it is, MP5 10K. I can never remember, but this gun is really strong. It can 2-hit head and 3-hit body at 900 RPM. It runs super fast. It actually has a really good min damage range. That just overall makes this thing insane. Like, the normal MP5 is pretty good. It shoots the same speed. It has less recoil though. Like, the regular MP5 has no recoil. The MP5 10K has quite a bit of recoil, but it does high damage and has a good mag capacity. It's like, dude, this thing can be so strong. It's kind of like a Colt SMG side grade. It does more damage, but the Colt SMG shoots a little bit faster, has a little bit better capacity. It is definitely a lot less like recoil intensive, although the Colt SMG does have a bit of recoil, to be honest. They both do a 3 to a 6 hit, but the Colt SMG cannot 2-hit to the head. So I think that's what makes this thing just like go a little bit above and beyond, is that it just hits a little bit harder, and that can allow it to 2-hit head, which can be so strong, like 900 RPM 2-hit head. Like, most assault rifles cannot 2-hit to the head. It's a very small minority of guns that can actually 2-hit head as automatics. Most of them are battle rifles. And the PPSH with the Obras barrel. Rest in peace, old PPSH Obras barrel. That was super broken. If you're a low rank and you want a good CQC gun, you're like, maybe I should buy the Vector or something, or the Colt SMG. This can be a very low rank substitute that actually could be better in some ways. Like, the guns in this game are balanced, so obviously it's not going to be a direct upgrade just to get the Colt SMG, so give it a go, bro. See? Just killed everyone in a 5-mile radius. It just freaking goes, bro. It just freaking goes. The MP7 is basically an MP5. Yeah, it doesn't have 5 in the name, but it's an H&K submachine gun that starts with MP, and basically the only requirement here is that it's an H&K submachine gun, like of kind of the same line. This is definitely a bit different from the MP5s. Like, it looks way different from them. So like, theoretically it's not an MP5, but H&K submachine gun, I'm gonna count it just for this once. Come on guys, let me get away with this. Gun nerds, please tell me, does this count? Even if it doesn't, I'm giving it a review anyways. It shoots at 950 RPM, has a 30-round capacity, and it has pretty low recoil and good pen and muzzle velocity. It's kind of like, almost like a P90 in a way. It's a really good PDW. One of my favorites, to be honest. What was that ping, dude? We're gonna skip through the MP7 pretty quick just because people might be like, it's not an MP5. So this is the MP5, the old classic. Old reliable. The MP5 is probably my least used MP5, which is just really funny because it's the MP5, bro. It's the one that like all the other ones are based off of for this video. Although maybe the MP40 is the original, I don't care. It's whatever. This is the MP5. This is the one that everybody knows. It does 34 to 19. The max damage range sucks, and the min damage range is alright, and it shoots pretty fast and has low recoil, so it's like, it's a decent gun. In my opinion, it's not actually too bad, but it's not actually that good either. And I kind of feel like the MP5 SD just is better, just because the MP5 SD is like, it sounds cool. That's about it. But yeah, if you guys want to see a review between the MP5 and the MP5 SD, leave a like and a sub, bro, and comment, do you want to see it? Next up is the MP5 SD. This might be my most kill MP5 like PDW. Think MP5, but it has an integral suppressor. That's the MP5 SD. There's pretty much nothing else about it that makes it that much different. However, I'd say that this one is just better overall. I guess the only big difference is probably muzzle velocity, but for a gun like this, for just CQC, it doesn't make that big of a difference. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a crippling change in my muzzle velocity that's just going to make it impossible to hit stuff, you know? It's not. It's just got all around really good handling, basically like an MP5. It's weird because they could almost be like the same gun, but they're different guns. Next up is the MP10. The MP10, maybe the MP5 SD isn't my most kill one, now that I think about it. The MP10 might not be either, but the MP10 is definitely up there. I have like 800 kills on it. It's a It's a ball in SMG. The MP10 might be the most underrated PDW in the game. Probably not the most, but it's definitely up there, bro. People don't really give this gun a chance. Maybe because it does like low max, I mean, not low min. But it does pretty good min. It's like 22 min. So it can 5 hit all ranges. It shoots at 850 RPM, which is faster than nearly every MP5. It almost plays like an assault rifle in a way. Like, even though it doesn't feel like an assault rifle, the damage and everything kind of makes it basically like an assault rifle. It also has an integral flashlight, not that that actually matters at all, but, you know, it has it, it's cool. You can see I have a flashlight on. I didn't put that on. It just comes with it. It's a really weird feature, but it's there. If you run hollow points on this thing, it can 3-hit pretty far, and then it's 6 hits in LRC, but, like, it's a 3-hit. Just statistically, it's actually pretty strong. I'd say, do you want to see a review video on this? But I actually did a review video on it, but it was like in October or something. It was one of my first videos ever, because this is really what got me back into like using automatics. If people ask about the M3A1 because it starts with an M, actually it's not H&K made. It's made by America. It's an American gun. It's the grease gun, boys. I actually have a video on this one as well. It can 3-hit to like 80 studs. And it can 4-hit to like 120 studs. It's basically like the 10mm conversion on the MP5, except that the MP5 10mm conversion doesn't actually exist. It is literally just this gun. Just like the MP5K 10mm conversion, this just feels like an upgrade. Perhaps it's not like a direct upgrade because it gives you a lot of recoil, but you keep a lot of your RPM and movement and everything, but you gain this insane damage, which makes it just super strong. Honestly, this gun is really powerful. I wouldn't say it's overpowered. This does HK 416 minimum damage, but does 35 CQC. It's really good. Best PDW in the game? Probably not. Contender for best PDW in the game? Probably. Here we are on the final gun, the MP40. So this thing is actually pretty interesting. It has no torso multi and does 38 max, but it has a really good headshot multi and does 22 min. The thing is, this thing almost feels like a upgrade to the UMP45. It looks completely different, and you would think that it would be like a different gun, but no, it's just a UMP45 upgrade, because they do about the same max, about the same min, but this has a greater capacity. It might shoot slower, but it has a better headshot multi. I don't think the UMP45 even has a torso multi. You're not losing a torso multi by switching over. Also, you can't argue with how cool MP40 looks. I didn't think this gun was that good. I still don't think it's amazing or anything, but it's pretty good. When you think about the headshot damage of this thing, it's 38. So if you have a 1.4 times headshot multi, you only need to do 36 damage to 2-shot to the head. This thing not only does 38, but it has a 1.65 headshot multi, which means it might be able to kill with like one head, one limb CQC. Let me check, actually. No way, it can. It can kill with one head and one limb. That's actually insane. With like 10 damage to spare. Jeez. Maybe I'll like actually use this for a video. Perhaps I rated this thing a little bit too harshly. It's kind of going. Yeah, 50 stud max. Actually, that's pretty good. Like, it has 550 RPM, which obviously it's beat out by the UMP45, but only by 50, so it's not really that big of a deal. And it also does 36 damage to the head in LRC, so it can 3-hit to the head in LRC, which is honestly, that's really good. So yeah, if you guys want to see maybe a video with this, leave a comment as well. But anyways, this ends off the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.